What's good, YouTube? So today, um, hold on, let me, cause I don't think y'all gonna see with a pen. I need a marker. There it goes. All right. So today, I'm going to, today, I'm gonna show y'all how to make bets. If y'all a betting person, so first, yeah, I'm left-handed. But anyways, so first, let me see. Okay, so betting is basically when you bet on a team. Now, whether or not the team wins, it's not about if the team wins. It's basically if that team can cover the spread. Okay, so let's say the team is the New York Jets, right? Let's say the team is the New York Jets, and the money line is plus, or it could be plus or negative. Let's say it's plus 7, and the over or under is 115 over. So what that means is, so let's say the Jets are facing, who the Jets face today? I think they face the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken. So let's say the New York Jets face the Bengals, or the Jets at the Bengals, and the money line is plus 7, and the over I should say is 115. So the money line is where they would have to cover. They would have to cover. So let's say first quarter. Let's say Bengals. Let's say Bengals and Jets. Let's say the Jets score a field goal and let's say the Jets score a touchdown and the Bengals score a field goal. So that means that you already covered because, as you can see, they were supposed to plus 7, the money line, right? So let's say second quarter, third, and fourth. So let's say the Jets score another touchdown, or they're not 10. The Jets score another field goal that's 10. The Bengals, let's say the Bengals get a safety in their next drive, right? Okay, boom, that's 2. That's 5 right there. So the Bengals have already 10 plus 7. So if you went over that, you already won because the Jets were supposed to score at least 3 to the Bengals. However, you know what I'm saying, however much the Bengals have. So let's say you go to the second quarter. All right. So now the the Bengals scored a touchdown, right? And then the Jets, they scored a field goal. And in the seventh quarter, the Jets scored another touchdown, and the Jets scored another field goal. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So So the Bengals got 19, and that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you would pick the Jets if you went to go pick the Jets +7, you already won because 15 you already won because they got closer. Now let's say if it was like 10-19, then you would probably lose. But since they scored on the first drive and then they just settled for field goals a lot, so it was +15. What's the over and under? The over and under is 115, over 115, and the money line is +7. So if you were a betting guy, you would pick the Jets, even though they suck right now. You would probably pick the Jets because they can cover the spread. And Monday, I'm going to show you how the app. It's a very good app. I think I already did a review of it. But you know, but yeah, I'm gonna do a review. I mean, a preview of it. I mean, okay. So the same thing with the same thing with the NBA. Money line and over and under. Now with the NBA, it's a little bit tricky because with the NBA, it's a little bit tricky. So let's take my Knicks for example, right? My Knicks was at the Pelicans. Even though they lost, I mean, even though the Pelicans won, the Knicks somehow should have blown them out. Like it shouldn't be this close. Like I think the final score was like 123 to 117. If you were a betting guy, you would probably pick the. If you were a betting guy, you would probably pick the plus, right? Because I think the Pelicans was plus. I think they were +10, if I'm not mistaken, and then the Knicks was like negative. I think they were like -8 or something like that. So if you're a betting guy, you would have picked the Pelicans because they can cover the spread. You know what I'm saying? It's not about wins and losses per se. It's about if you could cover the spread, and the over and under was 112. Under. Yeah, the under. No. It was over. My bad. It was over. The over was 112, and look how many points the Pelicans scored, 117. So if you do the math, so first quarter, second, third, and fourth. As you can see, the Knicks, they scored 38 points in the first half to the Pelicans 24. And then it was just back and forth. I'm just going to write a big X because I really didn't, follow the scoreboard that much. But, in the first half, it was 38 points to 24, or I think 17. So just like the NBA, the NBA is a little bit tricky because it's a back and forth pace. It's a fast paced sport. So if you're going to pick any team from the NBA, don't necessarily have to be my Knicks. You can either pick the over. Like if you know that the Golden State Warriors is going to score like 100 and something points, pick the over. If you think it's going to be a low scoring game, pick the under. Now the money line is basically, just to cover, just to cover the spread. Like if the Knicks were -8, you do the opposite. You take the Pelicans who's +10. So that means that if the Pelicans do lose, which they did, they can still cover the spread because they scored 117. Now there was like around 104 to 119, and then they made a whole bunch of threes, and then obviously they cut the lead to 3. or 4. So they had if they shot, you know, if they shot at a couple of more threes, they would have probably tied the game and would have probably gone to overtime. But it is what it is. But yeah, man. So this is my betting tips. If it helped, it helped. But yeah, like I said, if you're a betting man, pick the Jets today. Even though they suck right now, they can at least cover the spread. Now with Zach Martin out probably for the year, I don't think it would be wise for you to pick the Jets. But if they can at least cover, like I said, if it's like a final score to 19-15, you won. Like if it's like 14 or 7-19, then you're probably gonna lose because they have to cover the spread. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will post on the thumbnail the wins and losses that I got. I got a whole bunch of losses. Not really, but it's frustrating because you want to pick the teams, but you have to understand, like, the teams are not going to always win. You know what I'm saying? So you either have to pick the money line or you have to go over and under. Like if you think the Bengals can score like at least 30 to 40 points a game in this game, you pick the over. You pick the under. But if it's like a low scoring game like 19-15, you pick the under. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the NBA. If you think that the same thing. But in basketball, like I said, it's a fast-paced sport. So, like you would pick the under because you would pick the over because the Knicks can at least score 100. Like what? The Knicks score at least 118 points a game. So they scored 123 tonight. So again, you would pick the Pelicans because you think the Pelicans can cover the spread, which they did, which I lost anyways. So, but yeah, man, that's about it. If you want more, just let me know, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and till next time, take care of yourself and each other.